Hello everyone, welcome to my channel CAD Tutorials. Today we are going to start a complete AutoCAD tutorial course. We are using version AutoCAD 2023 and today is part 1. Now after installing AutoCAD software, we will get a icon like this. I am showing on my screen. Double click on it and AutoCAD welcome screen will be opened. Here is the version AutoCAD 2023 and here is open button and here is new button. As we are beginners, we will click on new button because to open existing files we have to go to open and browse for the file. Here you see some names. These files were previously opened from my computer, so this list is showing. Okay, let's start a new file. So I am clicking on new button. AutoCAD iso.dwt, it is template name by default. I am clicking on new and this is our AutoCAD software interface. Like any other software, AutoCAD also has an application menu. If I move my cursor to the left upper corner where we get a red icon and click here, we will get the menu. Here we will get new, open, save, save as, import, export, all these options or commands. I am coming out. Now if I look here, there is new, open, save, save as, print. So here we can see all the commands which are available in application menu are also available here, but we can access these commands quickly from this position. This bar is called quick access toolbar and there are more commands. Undo, here it is redo, and this is called workspace. Workspace settings can be done from here. If we click on the down arrow here, we will find drafting annotation and 2 more workspace for 3D drawings. We will discuss this later. Now here you see there is a down arrow. If we click here, we will get a list and you can see that new, open, save, save as, all these are tick marked. That means these commands are available in the quick access toolbar and some are not ticked. That means if I click here, you see this is properties tool, this is available now and going to drop down list and now properties is ticked. That means if I want to add these tools, we can also click and tick it and these tools will be available in the quick access toolbar. Now in the middle we can see the title of the drawing file, drawing1.dwg is the extension name. By default the name taken drawing1.dwg. First we will save this file with a proper name and in our required location. For that purpose I am going to the save button here. Every time you will save from here. So I am clicking here. Now save drawing as dialog box appeared. From here, first thing I will do, I will select the location where I want to save it. If I want to save in any location or any drive from here, I can click. I want to save it in desktop, so I am clicking here. Now I have to give a name. Suppose I am giving my name Sudipta, SUDIPTA. Okay, and before clicking to save button, look here, files of type AutoCAD 2018 drawing. That means if I save, then it will be saved as a AutoCAD file which will be opened with a version 2018 and upper. That means a version of AutoCAD which is below 2018, earlier than 2018, cannot open it. Suppose I need to send my drawing to my friend who has AutoCAD 2017. So for that, what I have to do, I will click here and I will select here AutoCAD 2013 and now we'll save. Then this drawing file will be opened in his computer with AutoCAD 2017. Now our file is ready to work. We are going to the tab portion. Here we see it is written home, insert, annotate, parametric, view, manage, output, add-ins. All these are called tabs. And below this tab line, here we will get the ribbon portion. This portion is called ribbon. Under each tab, there are some panels. You see, up to this, here is a thin line which is separating from the next panel. Here also is a separating line. So this panel is called draw panel. Here it is modify panel. Here it is annotation panel, layer panel, block panel, properties panel, group panel, utilities panel, etc. Now if I click on the down arrow within at the right hand side, going to click here, the draw panel rolls down and some more tools appears. Now if I want to use these tools, what I have to do, I have to click on this pin button and it will be fixed. Otherwise, if it is not pinned, when I move my cursor, it will roll back. So to use this portion, I have to pin it, or if I want to use any tool once, then I will click on the tool and the tool will be activated and I will use it. Now like that, modify panel also have some extra tools here and annotation also. Now below there is a tab line, it is called file tab. You see my file name is Sudipta, then another file is opened here, name figure and assignment. If I click on this assignment file, now the file opens. If I go to figure tab, here also the file opens and there is a plus button. If I click on this plus button, a new file will open. I have clicked, a file with name drawing 2 is opened. Now I am going back to my own file Sudipta. This file tab, this ribbon, this tab line all can be minimized or restored back. Here you see here is a button. If I click here, you see our ribbon is minimized and the shortest form of the panels are being shown. And if I click again, here you will get minimize to tabs, minimize to panel titles, minimize to panel buttons, cycle through all. So to cycle through all, I will go on clicking and you see the changes and it is back. Below the file tab, here we will get the black drawing window. It is our working area. We are getting a graph behind. We can switch off this graph, is not required, from the status toggle bar which is at the bottom of the interface. Here you see a pictorial representation of graph. This button, if I press or if I press F7, that is the shortcut key, then this graph will be off. I am clicking here, now graph is off, and clicking again, graph is on. I will keep this graph off. At the left upper corner of the drawing window, here are some buttons. They are called control buttons. From here it is visual style control. If I click here, we will get the list used for 3D drawings. Generally it is kept as 2D wireframe. And next is view control toolbar. If I click here, we will get the name of the views available for 3D drawings. In 2D drawing we will use the top, so keep it top. And last one is viewport control. I will discuss this later. Now I am coming to command window. Our command window is now floating type. That means here you see a double vertical line. If I click on it and hold my cursor, and I can move and drag anywhere. So it is floating type. I will fix it. I will dock it. So I am holding at this position and dragging it to bottom line and pressing there slightly and leaving my cursor. Now you see it is maximized and it is docked. It has two portions. The upper portion is called command history, and the blue portion I have changed the color. In your computer they are not colored, black and white. I will show you how to do this. The yellow portion is command history and the blue portion is called command prompt, active command prompt. Below the command window there are some buttons: model, layout, layout 2. The black drawing window, it is called model space, and if I click on layout, you see a white background, and layout 2 also white background. These are used for printing purpose, or they have some other uses. I will discuss in proper time. And if I click on this plus button, the number of layouts I can increase, and I can also delete an existing layout by right clicking on it. And here you will get the options delete, rename, etc. I am going back to model space, clicking on model tab. At the right hand side of my drawing window, you can see this portion. It is called view cube. When we will draw 3D drawing, defined views can be set from here. That means top, right, left, bottom, etc. And also isometric views can also be set from here. Now this portion is called navigation bar. From here we can pan, and from here we can zoom. These two we can use in 2D drawing. The others are used generally in 3D drawing. Now I am going to describe the toggle status bar. Here are some buttons. Already we know the graph button, display drawing grids, it is called grid, and these buttons are used while we draw. This is ortho mode, polar tracking, and you see the text box is coming. There it is written polar tracking F10. That means F10 is shortcut key of this mode. I will discuss the purpose of all these buttons during drawing. At the right hand side, at the right bottom corner, I am moving my cursor. There is 3 horizontal lines. You see it is customization button. If I click on this customization button, then I will get a list. Here you see some buttons are ticked and some are not ticked. Those buttons which are ticked are available in the status toggle bar. Suppose you see dynamic input, this button is not available in status toggle bar, so I am clicking here to get it in the status toggle bar. It is appeared here. You see this is, I have switched it on. When I click here, it color changes from gray to blue, so it is switched on, or I have turned it on. It is dynamic input. If I move my cursor at the left bottom corner, you can see there is an icon showing x-axis and y-axis, and the cross point of them is the origin, that is 0, 0. If I rotate my scroll wheel, you can see the origin is moving, that means changing its position. If I want to fix this UCS icon at the left bottom corner, then there is a command UCSICON. You see what I am typing is showing on the screen because of dynamic input is on. Okay, now I am pressing enter. Here also some options came: on, off. As it is on, there is a point showing it is on. If I click off, it will be off. And now I am showing no origin. I am clicking on no origin. Now you see I am rotating my scroll wheel, but its position is not changing. If I want that it changes its position, then what I have to do? I am going to make a right click on the screen and a pop-up menu appears. From here you see here repeat UCS icon, that means last command I have used is being shown here, and below it, if I go, there is a list of commands which I have used lastly. Okay, I am clicking on repeat UCS icon, so options are coming. I am clicking origin. Now you can see its position is not fixed, it can be moved. The black drawing window is infinite in all directions. So to draw, what I have to do, I have to make a boundary. I will use a command mvsetup, that means mv setup, model view setup, to make a boundary as well as do some settings required. So I am typing mvsetup. You can see mv setup I have typed, then I am pressing enter button. Now here is two options: enable paper space, yes or no. If I click on yes, then the layout view will be appeared, but I want to continue with model space, so I am clicking here no. Now some more options we are getting. We have to choose our unit type. Here we will choose decimal. That means any numerical value we will enter in our command window may contain a decimal point, and it will be with millimeter. If I choose architectural, then I have to give input in foot and inches. So I am selecting here metric. For the beginners, it will be easy to understand. I am clicking here on metric. Next option is coming scale factor. We will draw using scale factor 1, that means in full scale. I am typing here 1 and pressing enter. Now AutoCAD wants me to specify the paper width, that means the boundary I will draw. I have to specify in a direction how much length I want to take. Suppose I am taking here 900 millimeter. So I am typing 900, then I am pressing enter. Next, AutoCAD wants me to specify the paper height, that means the height of the boundary. Typing here 600, then pressing enter. You see we have got a rectangle. Its width is 900 millimeter and height is 600 millimeter. If I roll my scroll wheel, that is zoom, you see the UCS icon is coming at the origin. Now I am quickly clicking my scroll wheel twice. So the rectangle drawn, that is boundary I have created, is covering the total drawing window. If I use MB setup command, we need not to use units command or limit command. What is more we getting, the border line, this rectangular border line we are getting, we need not to draw it again. Some people like using units command and limits command, but I am using MB setup in place of limits and units. The next thing I will describe is our cursor, which we call crosshair cursor. It's a combination of cross and a teeny box inside at the cross point. I am going to right click here and getting a pop-up menu, and the lowest option is option. I am clicking here. Without clicking, I can also type OP, then press enter. That will be the shortcut of this option. Clicking here. From here, every settings of AutoCAD software can be done. So you understand that we will not change all these things, that will create problems while drawing. I will show you the changes, what happens step by step. But for today, I am going to selection tab here, clicking selection, and here you see peak box size. It is very little. I am moving it the right hand side and making the size bigger. So from selection I will do only these things for today, and then going to display option. You see, from here we can increase crosshair size of the cursor. If I move it right hand side, it will be bigger in size, but I will like to keep it in 5. From here, display file tab, if I untick it, the file tab will not be displayed. To increase the drawing area, sometimes I untick it. I am clicking here again in the checkbox, and it will be displayed as it was. From this color option, I have changed the color of my command window. I am showing, I am clicking on the color, and here you see the command line. I am clicking on the command line portion, and now in the interface element, command history background, which I have changed it from the color list, it is yellow. Command history text, that is black. Active prompt background, that is cyan or sky color. I have changed all these, and then apply and close. In this way I have changed the colors. And one more thing I can do, if you think the background you want to change into white, I am changing, then you will get the result. I am clicking here light, then apply and OK. Now see, our background color is changed. If you feel comfortable with these settings, you can do it. Otherwise, I am going back, right click and going to options and changing it back to dark, then apply and OK. Now you see our cursor is changed. Initially the peak box at the middle of the crosshair cursor was very teeny, is changed. The middle box size is increased. It will facilitate us during our drawing. One thing I have missed, if you want to increase the tools in the quick access toolbar, suppose in modify I am clicking on the down arrow. Here is a tool, join. It is very much used, or it is lengthen. It is also very much used. If I want to use again and again, then without pinning it here, I can set this tool in the quick access toolbar. So I am right clicking on it, right click, and add to quick access toolbar. I am clicking here. So you see this tool appears in the quick access toolbar. I am doing one more. On the join tool, here it is join tool. If I place my cursor on the tool, then it shows the name of the tool. I am right clicking, add to quick access toolbar. It also appears on the quick access toolbar. Suppose I do not want it now, then I'll again right click on the quick access toolbar on the tool, and here you are getting remove from quick access toolbar option. I am clicking here, it is removed from the quick access toolbar. So this was a short description of the elements of our interface and some basic settings I have done to start a drawing. For today, I am finishing my tutorial part 1, and in the next part 2, I will describe the rest of the settings and some modifications of the status toggle bar and their use and many more things. So we will meet again in the next tutorial part 2. Till then, take care, goodbye, and please like, share and subscribe my channel if you think my tutorials will be beneficial for you. Thank you again.